So I recently spent a week farm sitting. I thought about making a video full of beautiful, idyllic, rural scenery, but instead I thought maybe I would show you what farming is really like. Good morning, Annabelle. Hey, Gertie. Watch with those horns, will ya? Wait! Watch with those horns. Wiggle tail. Look how cute he is. Hey, out of the house. Hey. No. No. Oh. Out. You guys need leashes. Come on. Out. Over the clean laundry. Good work. Out.
Feeling in my bones, I can feel it in my veins. Hands in the sky, can feel the winds of change. You live and you learn, and I hope I've seen enough.
The one duck that thinks it's a goose.
To make something right, and make up for what I've lost. I was down, but things are looking up.
You want an apple?
I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you.
All the flies are
Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. I wanna get high on you, caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
Nicely done.
Things turn around, didn't ever think they could. I'm done with the bad, I need a little bit of good. Settled in the world, like everything is new. Stepped on a path that led me straight to
Sorry, I have to stop this. I said that I would show you what farming really looks like. This is not what farming really looks like. This is what evening chores are like in my fantasies. And the reality is very different. For starters, these damn birds will not go in their coops. They know the routine. They've done it a million times before. They all approach the coop and then they stand around like they're waiting for Santa Claus, but nobody goes in. I tried giving them feed to entice them inside.
Coming in. Right now, y'all can go in, yeah?
But then these two big dorks decide to play bowling for guinea fowl and all the birds scatter.
You too.
So now I have to herd everyone back to the coop. Have you ever tried to herd turkeys? I've seen snails move faster than this. It is at this moment that I realize what domestication means. To domesticate an animal is to breed it to be passive and submissive, and frankly, not very smart. To domesticate an animal is to breed out all of their survival skills. Now, I am an advocate for the ethical treatment of farm animals, but I would never advocate releasing these guys from captivity. This turkey is trying to reunite with its friends inside, and it can't even find a door that is 2 feet away from him. How on earth would he ever survive in the wild?
Gertie wants some apple, honey. How about you, Annabelle? You want some apple? Alright, good night, you three. Sorry, little bull. You don't even get a name, let alone an apple. Yeah, that was it. Just half. Are you? I don't. You're like, where's the rest of my apple? Hi! Oi! I don't have any more. Don't! So I am sweaty. I am covered in mosquito bites. I smell like duck poo. I just got butt by a half-ton cow. I'm exhausted. My back hurts, my shoulder hurts, and I've just got to say, this is why almost every farmer I know has an indoor pool. Because at the end of the day, it's so worth it.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You understand. You get one chance, one chance. You.
Our second day farm sitting was kind of a yucky rainy day, and the girls mostly just stayed inside playing with toys. I decided to make myself useful. The problem that I had getting the birds into their coops on our first night was not gonna fly for me. I couldn't live with that. The family who live there, they usually have more than one person putting the birds to bed at night. So a lot of the problems that I had, they don't have. But I'm doing it by myself. Because either because the girls are with their dad, or because the girls are terrified of geese and can't help me with chores because they're too busy being scared of the geese. So I had to do some problem solving, and that's really what farming is. Farming is basically just non-stop problem solving. That's my experience anyway. And of course it was raining, and I was working in a cloud of mosquitoes. So I wasn't able to film any of the work that I did, but I've come up with a way to demonstrate to you what happened. So let me set up this situation for you. There's the chicken coop and there's the duck house, and behind them there's a forest. And in that forest there's all sorts of things that want to eat the chickens and the ducks. There's owls. I know this owl doesn't look very scary, but I made up for it by finding an extra scary coyote. Now in front of the chicken coops there's this big tree. And every night, when I'm trying to get the birds into bed, just as they're about to go into their coop, they veer off and go around the tree. And around and around and around and around until I'm swearing so much that the kids have learned a bunch of new words that they shouldn't have learned. So, obviously, the problem is this tree. I can't cut the tree down, but I did come up with another solution. I found a pile of pallets. So I lined the pallets up between the duck house and the tree, creating a bit of a wall. I also cut the lower branches off of the tree, and I slid them in between the slats of the pallet to make it look a little bit nicer, but also to keep the smaller birds from slipping in through the slats. And voila, I had a wall. This is what it looked like before I put in the wall, and this is what it looked like after I put in the wall. And the whole time I was building it, I was crossing my fingers and hoping that the farmers didn't mind. Because anytime you're farm sitting for someone, you shouldn't try to help without asking first. Because sometimes you're solving a problem that doesn't really exist. So, the question is, did the wall work?
I'm not messing around tonight, guys. Come on. How did I use it? Oh, there it is right there. Hey, guys.
This is the moment where the ducks realize that they can't run around the tree like they usually do. Look at the confusion on their faces. Fantastic. On day 4, I rushed through the chores in record time because my youngest was sick. Abby had gotten so sick so quickly that I was reminded of when we were in Uganda and she got malaria. So I took her to the ER just to be on the safe side. She tested negative for malaria, and then they tested her for every other disease that exists in Africa. But it turned out she had a urinary tract infection. So some antibiotics and she was fixed right up. And we were back on the farm in time for evening chores. My mind, however, was elsewhere. I don't even remember doing the evening chores. And I think that might be the night when I lost the 3 guinea fowl. And the remains of those guinea fowls were found in the forest a few days later. So I have to confess that I'm not a very good farm sitter, because that's the #1 rule of farm sitting, is you don't let anything die. The rest of our week on the farm was pretty relaxed. We enjoyed the company of the sheep. The girls and I all remarked on how much we enjoyed having so many animals free-ranging. And we kind of wondered, why don't more farmers free-range their animals? It's so nice to have their company everywhere you go. Oh right, that's why. That's why you don't have your animals free-range. And then I caught this gem on film. This is the steer calf trying to get milk from Annabelle, and Annabelle does not want to be milked. And I guess Gertie felt left out, so she decided to try to mate. Classy, Gertie. Very classy. So we're home now at our place and back with our birds. On which note I thought I should give you an update. Penguin is a rooster, and so far, Penguin is not an aggressive rooster. But he's still pretty young, so there's plenty of time for him to turn on us. And Polar Bear is a hen. Puffin unfortunately went missing while we were farm sitting. But I'm happy to say we have a new Puffin because we're addicted to hatching eggs in our incubator. This is Puffin.
This one's Olive. This one's Lucky. This one's S'more, not Marshmallow.
No.
And we named him Marshmallow.
Anyways, thanks for joining us. It's nice to see you all again. I hope you had a good summer. Take care.